Hey, I'm Eric Keach. I'm here with Cheryl Cristiano, another incredible Fit Body Bootcamp member. And she's here today to talk about her experiences. She's talking about what she's seen, what she's gone through, the results, and all the other bits and pieces of what it's like to train there. So, Cheryl, thank you so much for coming in and taking the time out to do this. I appreciate it.
You're quite welcome. Thank you very much for having me.
All right, so let's kind of jump back a little bit. Let's talk about what it was. What was the struggle? Like, what was the big thing you were trying to overcome that led you to train here?
Um, I always was very active in my life, and then about 2 years ago, I had torn my meniscus. No, about 4 years ago, I had torn my meniscus, and I had to have emergency surgery, which was successful at the time. Um, I didn't work out, and I took about maybe 3 months off after the surgery, and then I was starting to walk. Then I was about a year, I started having complications, pain, my knee was blowing up, so I sought out a specialist in the city. He helped me and I was back on the right track. But at this point, I had put on a lot of weight and I really wasn't feeling good about myself and I didn't like the way I looked. So one day, as I was on Facebook, I had seen an advertisement for Orangeburg Fit Body Bootcamp 6-week challenge. And I said, let me see what this is about. And I looked it up and it, gave all the specifics about what the challenge would entail. And I was a little concerned because I didn't know if I would be able to handle the high intensity that Fit Body Bootcamp was about. So then I reached out to Stephanie Pinto, who was the owner, and she assured me that she would work through my injuries and work with me and her instructors. And ironically, I work in the school system, so the program started the first Monday that I was off, which was great. And I said, what have I got to lose but the weight? And that's what prompted me to join Fit Body Bootcamp.
And so you came in, right, obviously with some hesitations because your knees and you had some issues. So were you a little nervous, not sure what to expect, like first time coming in?
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
yes. The first day we came in for orientation, we were going to be weighed and measured, which putting the reality on paper of now what my body measurements were was a little overwhelming for me. But I knew that I had to embrace this opportunity to change the position that I was in.
Hmm.
So I walked in and I looked around and I saw lots of women in, different shapes and sizes and ages and feeling a little trepidatious about it. But then I looked up upon the wall, and on the wall were several pictures of women who had much success becoming part of the Fit Body Bootcamp. So I said, you know what? I want my picture on that wall. And the first time I came to class on that first Monday, Stephanie was the instructor. One of the hardest things I've ever had to do in my life, I have to tell you. I loved the format of the program with the 4 stations and the exercises. What had me at that point was the speed and the accuracy. And I was looking around and watching all the women who were moving so quickly and agile. And then I started second guessing myself, saying, is this the right program for me? I don't know. This is very difficult. I kept stopping in between my reps. And then all of a sudden, as each day went on, I felt myself getting stronger and stronger. And I said, I wonder if this could be for me. First week, we weighed in, and they also give you a nutrition program to follow, which
Hmm.
is great because it's not only about exercise, it's about nutrition as well. And I was following the program, and that Monday I got on the scale and so I had lost only half a pound. I was a little discouraged because I was following the program to the T.
Right, right.
But the support of Stephanie's staff and Stephanie herself was saying, sometimes it takes your body a while to adjust and get used to your new routine and your new eating habits. So I said, okay, fine, I'll stay with it, I'll stick with it. And I did. And then the following weigh-in, I had lost 3.5 pounds in addition to the half pound that I had lost. And I said, I can do this, I can do this. And that's what prompted me to continue on this path.
Okay. And I'm guessing too that there was, we'll talk a little bit more about the results in just a second, but I'm guessing right there, you saw these other women, other people training there. There was some sort of element about the atmosphere or something that was also kind of motivating you. So tell
Oh,
me what's the atmosphere like and being a part of that?
This is like no atmosphere that I've ever been in. I've always worked out. I've always belonged to gyms. And it's always so like isolated and competitive, and people judge you by your body and the type of workout that you're doing. Here, we're all in this together. We are one big family. Everyone is so welcoming. Everyone is so encouraging. I remember during one of my very first classes, we were doing a rep with the pilo box and a weight above our heads. And because my knee is one of the weaknesses in my body, I stepped up on the box, fell backwards, and the weight fell out of my hand. There was at least 3 or 4 women that came over to me. It was like, "Oh my goodness, are you okay? Did you go to the thing?" "No, no, I'm fine. Everything is fine." So supportive, so encouraging, so warm and welcoming, and even strangers who don't even know me, would come over to me and say, "Wow, you're doing great. Like, I can't believe you look amazing. Keep up the good work."
Yeah.
Just those words of support and encouragement. And it makes you want to come every day. And even the instructors are all interested in who you are and your success, and encouraging you even when you're during class. And I guess they can see that you might be struggling with a certain exercise, and they'll be like, "Hang in there, you can do it. You can do anything for 10 more seconds."
Right.
And
And
just,
they'll modify some of it too, I'm guessing.
oh yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Like if you see that there is an exercise that could be maybe a little challenging. For instance, there is an exercise where you have to put the weight underneath your knee and you're on your hands and knees and you have to lift your leg reps. I can't put any extra weight on my knee.
Hmm.
So, I'll say to the instructors, "You know what, I can't do." And they go, "Oh, what we'll do? We'll do this for you." And then they'll give me a band, an exercise band, and I'll put it around my ankles and just do it that way to give me some type of challenge so that I
Right.
can,
Right.
build up my muscles. So they're
Right.
always definitely modifying any movement that I have that I feel I have a little trepidation about.
Right.
So
Okay.
another part, wonderful.
Yeah. So right, that's a big part of keeping you there, and like you talk about the family atmosphere, which I think is really cool. You're talking about your results early on. You've been there now for a little while. So what have we seen results wise now that you've been there for a little bit longer?
As of today, I've lost 42 pounds, and I am definitely going towards my goal, and I know I will reach it. But it's not only the weight. I think, to me, the weight is probably the least of everything that is important about coming to Fit Body Boot Camp. It's reshaped my whole way of thinking. I get up at 4:30 every day to come to the 5:30 a.m. class because I live about 15 minutes away. And it's the constant positive atmosphere, positive thoughts. And when you feel strong and good about yourself, you see that you can accomplish anything that you set your mind to. And I haven't seen that anywhere other than Fit Body Boot Camp. I know that this is definitely something that I am going to stick with the rest of my life. And even people who I know, who I haven't seen in a while, have noticed the change in me. I've always been a positive person, but now I'm more supportive and I'm more encouraging for them. Like, you can do this. You just push away the negative thoughts that you have, and you know that you can accomplish anything you really set your mind to.
So it's shifted your emotional state and your mindset.
Absolutely. Yes, there is no doubt about it. Um, I'm always looking to improve on what I can do here, what I can do at home, what I can do at
Right.
my job, and just people who I can meet. It's just, it gives you a different outlook. It really does encourage you to always have a positive outlook.
Yep. And
Even
I'm
philosophy and all of the instructors, constantly positive. They are never, ever, ever negative. They're always encouraging you to move forward and let it trickle for the rest of your
hmm
life and the
hmm
rest of your day as you go out through your day.
and I'm guessing there's been right byproduct results, which I like to call them. Right, you go in right expecting to lose weight and do those things. Right, the emotional thing's been a byproduct, but I'm guessing maybe energy levels or sleeping patterns, that type of stuff has probably shifted as well.
Oh, absolutely. It's funny. Obviously, the other day was St. Patrick's Day, and I rarely ever go off program. I went off program, and I had Irish soda bread, and then I had this cheese dip. And by the afternoon, I was feeling sluggish and down. I'm like, "Wow, I feel so horrible today." Oh, I know why. Because I went off program and I ate food that I really shouldn't be eating. So it's the difference is so clear and concise that you make choices in life. And I know that For me to be the best that I can be, I have to make good choices. And those good choices are eating right,
Right.
sleeping, drinking plenty of water, exercising, and just having a positive outlook on life.
Would you go as far as to say this has been life changing?
Absolutely. This is definitely a life changing experience that has, like I said, even people who I haven't seen for a while say they see the change in me, not only
Hmm.
the physical, but the mental as well.
And then how does it make you feel knowing, right, you've made all these changes, not just physically, but full circle, emotionally, mentally? How does it make you feel?
Unstoppable. Definitely unstoppable. It makes me think, reassess what I want to do in the future, in my future month, my future years. I don't know. It's exciting for me to know that I know now, and I've learned that whatever I want to achieve, all I have to do is put my mind to it, and I can do it as long as I have a positive outlook. But what's also is important too is I did have a couple of women who, I really don't know, because usually when I walk in, although I'm pleasant and I say hello, I really start getting into my zone. So I can have the best workout. And I'll have people come over to me and say, I just need to tell you, you look fantastic. You look great. Because of you, I'm doing this. Total strangers. You are my inspiration. I'm
Mm.
following you. I'm
Wow.
following your achievements. And if I can make someone else have the same attitude and change that I have in my life, then hey, that's an amazing thing. I feel so humbled to think that people are actually looking at me as a role model
That's
and
pretty
helping
cool.
them achieve their goals. So that was
That's
pretty tough.
that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, and what I'll do is I guess we'll leave it on the last two questions. So let's say someone was in a similar situation to where you were before you started, right? Maybe they had a knee issue, or let's just say they're just not happy where they're at, and they're hearing your story and they're inspired by it, but they're on the fence. They're not sure if this is the right place for them. What would you want to tell somebody to convince them that this is the right place and that they may want to consider signing up here?
I was in their shoes. I can tell them, you are your most important priority in life, and take the challenge. Just take a chance, break through the mold, and see just the positive effect that you will experience once you do this. You hang in there. As a matter of fact, I did have several friends who had seen me and they said to me, you look fantastic. What are you doing? And I said, I'm doing Fit Body Boot Camp. And they said, well, where is that? Or New York. And I said, you know what? Look into it. When is the next challenge? Take the next challenge. And I have had at least 5 friends do that. So I'm really happy that they did listen to me. They can see the living proof, the fruits of your labor, pay off, and just to be encouraged and try it. You've got nothing to lose other than investing in yourself and your wellness for life. That's how I look.
Cheryl, thank you so much for coming on and doing this. I appreciate it. It's amazing to see the results that you've seen, the experiences that you had, and I want to wish you the best of luck in the future.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
All right, take care.
Take care. Bye bye.